So we noticed a pattern from our last example, and we're going to see if that pattern holds true. So let me take some numbers. Let's see. Let's say we have 0, negative, 0, negative 5, and then let's say we have negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, and we'll call this one negative 6. So, before I plot the points, I want you to make a prediction. What do you think M is? What do you think B is? Write it down right now. Did you write it down? I hope you did. If not, pause the video and write it down. Let's plot these points and see what happens. So we have 0, negative 5, 1, negative 4, 2, negative 3, 3, negative 2, 4, negative 1, and we have negative 1, 6. Okay, so as I look at those, I go, oh, look, they all line up. And if I zoom in, maybe I'll draw a better line. Okay, there we go. Now, as we look at this, let's determine what our slope and y-intercept are. Now, you already made a prediction about what they should be, so let's see if your prediction was right. Now, I look at this. I see my line crosses the y-axis at negative 5, which tells me that B equals negative 5. Okay. Now, let's draw that slope triangle, remembering that slope is how much we rise divided by how much we run, or how much we go to the right. So let's see. If I go up from one point to the next, and I always go to the right, I go up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, over 1, up 1, right 1, 1, 1. So that means I am going up 1 and over 1. And that reduces to 1. 1 divided by 1 is 1. Did that match your prediction that you had over here? The y-intercept is negative 5 and the slope is 1. Does that match what we noticed in the last thing? That each time we add 1, add 1, add 1, add 1. Our next point should be 5, 0. 5, 0. Does that match our graph? Oh my goodness, look at that. It does. Whoo! Everything is connected. And so when we write our equation, we're going to write y equals 1x minus 5. You could also just express that as y equals x minus 5, a little invisible 1 right in front of the x. Or if you had written, maybe you wrote something else. Maybe you wrote, I'm going to write it over here. Maybe you wrote y equals y equals 1x plus negative 5. That would also work. These are all equivalent ideas. Okay, let's try another problem. Let's see here. Let's do 0, 0, and 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, positive 1. Make your prediction right now. What is M and what is B? Where do we look for those? We look for those here. When x is 0, y is 0. And to go from one number to the next, we're subtracting 1. I'm going to make my prediction that the y-intercept is negative 1. No, I'm going to say the y-intercept is 0 and the slope is negative 1. That's what I think. Let's see. I'm going to plot these points. 0, 0, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2, negative 2, or 2, negative 2, 3, negative 3, 4, negative 4, negative 1. Oh, okay. All right. So, and I graph it. And I try really hard to go through those points. All right. All right, now let's look at the graph. The y-intercept is 0. Okay, I agree with my prediction. And the slope is negative 1, meaning instead of rising, I'm going down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1, down 1 to the right 1, which means negative 1 over 1. Okay, I like it. I'm going to write y equals negative 1x plus 0. Or if you want to just get fancy, you could say y equals negative x. Y equals negative x. We've done that problem a couple of times. Okay, that's all for now.